guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. It's been a while and I apologize for not sharing anything here in my YouTube channel for a while. It's been crazy busy around here, but I'm hoping that will change in maybe about a month or so. Let's just dive into this. This is the last layout that I'm creating with my May and June homemade kit. So this is the only process video that I created for this particular homemade kit. It's just that, yeah, I was just not in the mood to videotape. And well, one big thing is when I have to do my videos, I have to set up a different table than my scrapbook table at this moment because just the way that I have to set up the camera. So it does take a little bit of kind of pre-planning for me to do videos. So that's why I wasn't able to create any videos for this particular kit. But I will be able to share with you the layouts that I did create later on. So let's go back to the video. Go back to the layout, I should say. So like I said, this is my last page with my homemade kit. So I'm just basically working with scraps, and in order for me to kind of maximize the stuff that I have, like what you saw me do with that yellow paper, was I cut them in half and just kind of put them on the top and the bottom because I wanted to put my photos in the center. Now this layout took me a little bit longer than my usual pages because I didn't have an idea in mind. I had photos, but everything else was kind of like, I was just kind of going by the seat of my pants here. So I'm moving things around. I'm looking for little bits and pieces to tuck in. I initially had 5 3x4 photos, but then when I was looking at the photos, I realized that one of them was actually not part of this specific event, and so I took that out, and that gave me some room to add some 3x4, and then that 3x3 with the letter M, and then like a block for where my journaling is going to be. And then I trimmed the red paper into strips so I can put that on the border, on the top and the bottom of my kind of photo collage in the center. But then I was feeling kind of like it just needed a little bit more something, and then I thought, well, maybe I can do a border but with a scallop punch. And instead of grabbing another piece of strip of paper, I went and grabbed those just plain borders from that GCD Studio pack that I've been using for this particular kit. Now I've pre-cut all of my items, and I had put adhesive on the back of them. I'm using a strip of adhesive, and at this time that I was making this layout, my fingers were trimmed, and so I didn't really have any nails to peel the backing of the adhesive, and so I was using my X-Acto knife to do that little trick there, so in order for me to use the adhesive. And so now I'm just kind of going through and adhering everything else. So I mean, in hindsight, this layout did get done faster than maybe some other ones, other pages that I've done, but because it didn't have a lot of techniques to go with it. But for the kind of the amount of work that I put into this, this took longer than my usual because I didn't have a sketch or an idea in mind. And sometimes that's okay with me because I really like, my purpose for this is kind of use up what I've already what was left of my kit, and so I just kind of needed to be inspired by the items that I have laying around. But for the most part, if I have a lot more products to play with, I actually really pre-plan or at least pre-sketch my layouts because that just makes the actual making of the page faster for me. And at this point in my life, I need to do things faster because I have a lot of other things that are pulling my attention from scrapbooking. So there you have it. I finished all the blocks, and now I'm going to adhere the strips of paper. I'm starting off with the red strip, and I've just trimmed that to about 1/2 inch, and then I'm going to use the borders that I have added the scallop on one edge, and then I'm going to put that. Now as you can see, they're two different colors because I don't have two of each of the colors, and that's totally fine with me. I think actually it worked out well because if you can see on the top one, it has some blues in it, and then I have that pattern paper with the arrows that have blues, and then the green one matches one of the green numbers in that 3 by 4, and so I thought that that would work well. It kind of balances out all of the colors on the page. And then now I'm going to be using some of these stickers, and I'm going to put them in 3 different areas to create my visual triangle, and I'm also going to be adhering them with some foam adhesive to give them a little bit of depth and kind of raise them up. Now these photos are just images of my son. I took him to Chuck E. Cheese and we were just having fun, and I took pictures of him, and so I think the I Heart the Game kind of worked really well because he really loved all of the rides and the little kind of arcade games that he played with. Now, like I said in the beginning, I didn't have a plan coming into this when I started this layout, and so even I didn't have an idea for the title. And so I was looking at my what's left over of my letter stickers, and I just did Chucky Time. Now that I think about it, I don't think the Chucky that I spelled here is the right one where with that they use for Chuck E. Cheese. I don't think, but it's been a long time. Um, but I'm just gonna go with it just because, whatever. So, and then I had this one blank sticker, the same from the same sticker sheet that those word stickers were coming from, but they're blank, but it's blank, I mean, and then I'm going to put my title on that. I mean, oh my goodness, it's been a long day. I'm going to put my date on there, and I'm just going to stamp that when I'm ready to put away this page. And so I remembered I had these word stickers from Bella Boulevard, and I'm just going to kind of sprinkle that into parts of my photo just to kind of add a little bit more sub journaling on each one of them. And then when I was done with this layout, I kind of was looking at it and I was putting stuff away. And then I remembered that I had some chipboard um, transportation shapes. Like I had a train, a car, and a truck, I think. And so I had already turned off the video, but I wanted to use up those chipboard pieces. And so I just pulled them out. I used the positives of them, colored them in with my Spectrum Noir, and then added them on the bottom of my title. And that will finish the page. And you will see part of that chipboard that I'm talking about in the photos that are coming up. So that is my page. I hope that you guys enjoy it, and I hope that you stay tuned for my Kill a Kit and layout share on the next go around. I will catch you guys another day. Bye.